What is good, wonderful world of Onewheel? Welcome back to another episode of First Fridays. I'm your host, Bodhi Harrison, and today we are talking about what happened in the month of July 2024. Let's get right into it. Wheel Scorcher was at the beginning of this month. Super awesome race. It was the final race for people to qualify and get points into Race for the Rail. A few riders narrowly made their way into the top 13, qualifying themselves into the big race. And I wasn't personally there, but it looked like an absolute blast. It looked like the courses were fun at the Ride Canoga Park in Hendersonville, North Carolina. They did some time trials to seed some head-to-head bracketing races, one-on-one. It was a really cool spectacle to see from social media and from clips that people sent me. People were gunning, having fun. There were some drops, there were some tabletops. People were going down, people were going fast, and it was just yet another super awesome representation of our sport and how many badass riders there are in it. Big shout out to those who took the podium spots and really all racers that went out there, put themselves on the line, pushed themselves to be their best and be their fastest, and were a part of the progression of this lovely sport in the racing competitions. Now, the reason I wasn't at Wheel Scorcher is because myself and the legend Cricket cruised up to Veneta, Oregon to Northwest Electric Fest, put on by the Flow NLC crew, and it was an absolute blast. It was at the Haven Route campgrounds, which are very beautiful, very magical, lots of fun trails, an awesome center area where the rumble was going down, the freestyle was going down. They had one wheel racing, they had EUC jumping, they had chair racing, they had relay racing. The camping was incredible and just all around a really amazing vibe. I had such a blast there. I was able to meet some people I hadn't been able to meet yet and just enjoy the beauty of our community, watch people rumble each other, watch all the tricks go down. I just can't stress enough how good of a job they did putting on the event. I saw smiles everywhere. There was even a pond where you could take out canoes and paddle in the canoe, which you believe I took advantage of. And I just feel so blessed to have been a part of that event. We did a scavenger hunt where I was hiding mini Onewheels throughout the place with a big old box of free gear where if you found a wheel, you got to pick something out of the box. And it was a super duper good time. Thank you so much to that crew for putting on a really amazing event. And big shout out to all the racers that went out there and did a super good job. It was booking out there. The big race is coming up, y'all. Race for the Rail 2024 is right around the corner. It was a long and challenging season for all of these racers to qualify for the race, to get enough points to be in what originally was the top 10 that's now been extended to the top 13. They're gonna come together at Sky Tavern Resort in Northern California to battle and to find out who's gonna come out on top. The formatting coverage is a little bit different this year. There's gonna be a qualifier race on the first day, which will take our 13 qualifiers down to a top 10. The number one qualifier in men and women is gonna get a bye in their first heat. Then on big race day, Saturday, it's gonna be bracketed racing down until we have our winners come out on top. So the top 13 qualifying men are Luke Austin, Jeff Adair, Tyler Erickson, Austin Silva, Jafari Sisley, Brandon LaCour, Hayden Bowling, Tyler James, Josh Ledford, Connor Chappell, Adonijah Silsley, Eddie Metz, and Jonathan Ortiz. But unfortunately, Joshua Ledford just recently experienced a snapped humerus in his arm practicing for the race, which is a big bummer. And that's actually going to take him out and move Dave Stewart, the legendary Tahoe Dave, from 14 up into that top 13. Please send Ledford your love, keep him in your prayers, and hope he has a speedy recovery because a humerus break is no small business. Now, our top 13 of the badass babes of Onewheel, we've got Zane Carter, Rachel Cecil, Mercedes Silva, Kay Love, Nikki Martin, Rachel Payne, Sarah Meeker, Emma Stewart, Ashley Nan, Hannah Clausing, Christy Miller, Raquel McCosker, and Emily French, who also suffered an injury over at Wheel Scorcher, which is gonna bring Heather Grail up into that top 13 position. So there we have our qualifying men and women. Can't wait to see you all, and I'm super excited for this race to go down. It's gonna be insane. The engineers over at HQ have been going hard like Santa's elves before Christmas, getting lots of stuff out to our lovely community. And one of those things that dropped this month was the FST foot pad system. It stands for Fluid Stance Technology, and it is a really innovative way for you to attach to your board just a little bit more. Using 2 tracks on each of the foot pads, which you can either put inserts in, that'll give you a little kind of like bike peg nubs that are really, really effective at keeping your feet on your board, or if you want to step it up and lock them in a little bit more, there's a whole variety of blocks you can put on your board. From the nub and the ledge that come with the foot pads that are a small, essentially foot stopper that'll keep your feet from shaking off, and even when you push against them when you're popping up in the air, help lock your feet to your board a little bit more, all the way up to the nub, ledge, and crux pros, which are a little bigger, grab your feet a little more, and have a bit of rubber on the inside of them too for added traction. Now, I personally I'm a member of the Free Foot Gang, but I know a lot of riders really enjoy locking their feet in a little bit more so they can do a little bit gnarlier stuff. And we now have an option for you that's going to expand with a variety of other nubs, ledges, blocks, hooks, and I'm super excited to see what we come up with over here. Now, I gotta give a bit of a homie highlight, rider of the month, let's call it, to the boy, Tyler Scarrett, AKA Skirt Floats a Lot out of Charlotte, North Carolina. The dude is on fire right now, posting all kinds of really rad stuff like body varials into switch nose slides, switch nose slide, pop over, switch blunt, landing it as clean as you possibly can. The dude is an absolute ripper, a rad lad, and I'm a pretty big fan of his. So we gotta give him a huge round of applause, huge shout out. Bow down to the homie for his gnarliness and his steeziness. I love to see it. It gets me super fired up and I'm ready to see some more. The Ramen Rides crew down in sunny Los Angeles, California has started some First Fridays group rides, we're talking about on First Fridays, that look like a ton of fun. The LA crew knows how to put on a good time. I've had so much fun on every single ride I've gone on down in that area. Lots of rad homies, lots of fast riders, and LA is just an incredible place to ride around. So if you're down in the LA area, living or visiting around the first Friday of each month, go rally with the crew. Ramen Rides on Instagram. Big shout out to Safari Lari for sending this over to me. Much love, y'all. Keep ripping. While we're talking about group rides and stuff, there is a squad out in the UK that goes by Onewheel Midlands, and they do an annual trail riding weekend where everybody comes together and rides trails. Big shout out to the homie Ed Penny, aka Onewheel Trail Finders on Instagram. This just looks so gorgeous. It's insane how beautiful it is out in the UK. Love to see everyone riding, wearing their helmets, having fun, just celebrating friendship, kinship, one-wheeling, and good sunsets because they are good for the soul. On the topic of Europe and European folk that ride their one wheels, there's a really rad event coming up that I need to tell you guys about that's happening next month. It's called Balada Karika 2024. Out in a town in Hungary that I cannot pronounce because I'm far too American. It starts August 9th. It's an official race in the European One Wheel League, and it sounds like it's gonna be really rad because it's not your typical race where there's a course, a couple features strewn around. They're gonna be putting in challenges within the race, like throwing tires into certain things and other ways that are gonna level out the playing field between older boards, newer max out boards, GTSs, and it sounds like it's gonna be a really, really good time. They're calling it the Wacky Wheels Race. Now, aside from the racing, sounds like they're gonna be doing some water sports. They're gonna be riding and checking out a medieval fortress. They're gonna be eating some traditional Hungarian food and just all around having a super good time as friends and one-wheel riders. Go ahead and check out at Electro Hussars and the Burners crew on Instagram if you wanna follow along with their stories over that weekend. And I'm sure lots of content is gonna be coming out from everyone there. I hope you guys have the best time. Be safe, have fun, and wear your helmets, guys. I'm starting to get a little hungry. Is it time for a clip sandwich?
Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mall? Hey, hey, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Hey, hey, coming from on. You don't want problems, you already know it. Hey, hey, come on to it. You already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mach 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, win is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend, ayy. Back in the lab again, ayy. You when not touching the friends, ayy. You when not touching the kin, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number 2, I came in the win. They said I'm tapped in with the action, they got the master on a master. I can never move passive, I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this cast. But wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast, you know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat, everybody eat, ayy. You know I'm a beast, you know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
And that's all we got for this month's episode. July was an incredible month. I'm looking forward to August. We got Race to the Rail coming up. It's gonna be super exciting. We're about to go down to Huntington Beach and do demos of WSL Championships. The season is far from over, y'all. Make sure to get out on your boards, have fun, tell your friends you love them, get lots of clips. Don't forget to GTS. And I love y'all, I appreciate you. If you aren't subbed yet, please subscribe, leave a comment down below, drink some water, get some sunlight, and we appreciate y'all and love you very much. Take care.